Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very good evening, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all today to today's inspiring webinar. Dream big, achieve worthy, inspiring academic excellence and global opportunity. We begin by thanking Almighty Allah for blessing us with the opportunity to learn, connect, and grow together. And today's session is dedicated to every student who dream of pursuing higher education, contributing to research, and creating a meaningful impact through knowledge and determination. Now, before we begin, I would like to briefly introduce Scholar Bridge Society. Scholar Bridge Society is a student-led non-profit initiative working to bridge the gap between talented students and life-changing opportunities, guided by our motto, Inspiring Minds, Changing Lives. SBS empowers students through scholarship guidance, research collaborations, internship, exchange programs, leadership development, and career readiness initiatives. Through webinars, mentorship, and nationwide collaboration, we strive to help students and to unlock their full potential. Now, here comes the most exciting part of today's webinar. It is my great honor to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Hamayl Afzal. Dr. Hamayl Afzal is an outstanding surgeon scientist whose academic journey has become an inspiration for students across Pakistan. At just 25 years of age, she became the youngest Pakistani woman to earn a PhD from Duke University. Her remarkable journey reflects excellence in research, innovation, and perseverance. Some of her outstanding achievements include youngest Pakistani woman to earn a PhD from Duke University, surgeon scientist combining patient care with cutting-edge biomedical research, develop of a novel therapy showing potential to reverse key feature of Duchenne muscular dystrophy, recipient of fully funded presidential scholarship at DeFu University, where she graduated on the Dean list in only 3 years, and winner of the prestigious John Ricketts Award for Exceptional Undergraduate Scientific Research. Her journey reminds us that with determination, hard work, and passion for learning, no dream is too big. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm virtual welcome to Dr. Hamayl Afzal. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you with us today. The virtual stage is now yours.
All right, thank you all for joining. First of all, I hate when I'm talking to no one, although there's a room full of people. So what I'm going to try and ask is, आप में से कौन से लोग video actually on कर सकते हैं? If you can, let's make this an interactive session. If not, that's fine. Okay. So my first question would be to get to know the audience better. So thank you so much for the kind introduction, Sharmeen. मेरा नाम हमायल अफजल है और मैं पाकिस्तान से हूँ और मैं अपनी जर्नी के बारे में और बात करूँगी इस वेबिनार के अंदर. But in the chat section, क्या आप लोग मुझे drop कर सकते हैं कि what do you guys do? Like आप FSC कर रहे हैं, आप O levels कर रहे हैं. Give me a brief introduction of yourself. Like everyone just drop like, okay, I'm from here, or may like this is what I'm doing right now, or this is what I'm interested in. So I can actually like make this an interactive session and like get to know you guys more. ताकि फिर I can talk more about like what you guys might actually benefit from. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wait just 2 minutes or 2 minutes के अंदर everyone needs to drop something like great bachelor's, okay, engineering, nice. What else? I want to know more about you guys so then I can like talk more about something because I've been through my undergrad journey. मैंने bachelor's के लिए बाहर apply किया है, फिर मैंने PhD के लिए apply किया हुआ है. So I want to make sure कि मैं Z की बात ना कर रही हूँ जब आप लोग I'm interested हो. You get because मेरा main motive ये है कि मैं चाहती हूँ एक हमायल नहीं बहुत सारे हमायल हो पाकिस्तान में. And low key मैंने कोई भरी चीज कुछ भी नहीं किया. It's just a PhD, it's just an undergrad, and I personally think पाकिस्तान में बहुत कुछ exciting हो रहा है that we're not even aware of. So nothing big. Okay, masters. A lot of you all are masters. Great. Okay, nice. So आपसे बहुत से लोग जो हैं already bachelors कर रहे हैं, बहुत से लोग जो हैं masters कर रहे हैं. Sounds great. So we don't need to talk about undergrad में कैसे जाना है, right? Because a lot of you all would be interested in higher ed. So great, awesome. All right, एक more minute रह गया, and then we're gonna move on. Computer science. Wow, you guys are so diverse. International relations, teacher, software engineer, project management. Nice. See, this is what I love to see. Because the thing here is कि हम लोगों को लगता है कि पाकिस्तान में people are not getting education. हम लोगों को लगता है, but I mean, मेरा मकसद ये नहीं है मैं कहूँ कि barriers नहीं है. बहुत barriers है पाकिस्तान में to get education. But I also know कि research is a really hard thing. Or how many of y'all are interested in research? Like low key, tell me more about that. Like, what are you guys interested in? What are the aspirations? Chemistry, okay. Um, so start dropping like आप में से कौन से लोग जो हैं वो आगे का आपका क्या गोल है? Because I really want to make sure कि हम लोग actually आगे से आगे progress करें. I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. Because like, so for instance, I can be like, hey, I want to apply, want to do a PhD. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Noor. You're the first one to start. We're gonna keep going. Medical AI and research. Wow. PhD, master's. Okay, that's awesome. So I mean, मेरा goal achieve हो गया यहाँ पे to understand AI, bro. Okay, so here's my deal. Here's the deal about AI. I think it's a really, really interesting topic to get into these days, primarily because AI जो है, it's taking over everything. So recently, मैं lab में काम करती होती हूँ normally Duke में. So what I did was in AI, I built a software so I could like it could help me do my analysis. And I feel like AI is taking over, bro. So good luck with that. Yeah. Having 7 years of experience, startup, 7 published papers. Okay, quick question. So let's start off with how are we going to apply for master's or PhD? So let me tell you more about my journey. मैंने undergrad किया from DePaul, starting 18, and I graduated in 3 years because I feel like उसके बाद undergrad was not serving me. So I did a lot of research in my undergrad. मुझे अभी भी याद है snowstorm हो रहा होता था DePaul में, and I used to be like going to the lab because I loved research. I was like hanging out in the lab. मैं रात तक lab में काम करती because lab is one of the best places I could have ever found in my life. So I loved research and I did a lot of research during my undergrad because I knew कि मैं इसमें interested हूँ. So then what I did was I graduated from DePaul because US में undergrad में ऐसा होता है कि you just need to get a certain number of credits and then you're good. You're good to go, like you're good to graduate, you can apply for graduation. So for that, I worked extra hours. I worked throughout my summer. I didn't take a break. I cannot think of a single moment when I took a break during my undergrad. So I was just working, doing research in multiple labs. Or मैं like it was the best time of my life technically because I had a great niche of professors as well. So at that point, I was actually working in research, which was more about zebrafish or regeneration. So that's where I started getting interested. And I did a lot of cancer research during my undergrad as well. So then what I did was I applied for PhD programs in the last year of my undergrad before I even graduated because I knew that I had to do something after my undergrad. And that was research again. So I was like, why not a PhD? So then I applied for a PhD and I applied to 6 institutes and I got interviews from all 6 institutes in the US because mera mostly niche yahin pe. So a lot of y'all, I mean, so a lot of the people around me उनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं कि relatives होते हैं या चलो कोई दोस्त होते हैं friends होते हैं इस तरह करके. So I had and I don't want to victimize myself here because I don't think that's like, oh my God, like I'm so traumatized and here you go, here's my trauma, I did so much. No, there's nothing. But all I'm trying to tell you guys is कि भाई, this is like a way that you can make for yourself and you don't need to have anyone in the US, you get what I'm saying, to apply, or you don't need anyone in Europe to apply. आप खुद कर सकते हैं अपने घर में लैपटॉप पे बैठ के. So, and then I applied for PhD programs, got interviews from all 6 PhD programs. I interviewed with Duke actually. That was my first interview, and I knew I was getting in because like मैंने बहुत कुछ किया पहले before I even applied. And this is something that I'm like trying to talk about on my LinkedIn primarily. So the idea here is कि मैं अपने LinkedIn के ऊपर I'm going to be dropping a guide every week. It's like for the next 10 weeks, and this is the least I can do to even like give back to my country. Because at the end of the day, I feel like Pakistan, jahan se main belong karti hu. I hate those people. I hate those people, and I don't have any shame in saying this. And I've also dropped my LinkedIn basically. But I hate those people who go abroad and then they're like, "Oh my God, Pakistan, ew." No, I'm a hardcore Pakistani, and I actually fight with people when someone tries to say shit about Pakistan. And I don't know what link did I drop, but let me go back to my own link ताकि आप सब लोग LinkedIn पे जाके मेरे साथ कनेक्ट कर सकें पहली चीज. Now see, technology, it makes it so hard to even find you. Just a second. Sorry. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Here we go. Awesome. All right. So the second link is the one just yeah, exactly, where you can follow and connect with me. So I can tell you, because I feel like 1 hour or 45 minutes that we're left with is not even enough to like explain. First of all, I don't believe in monetizing stuff because बहुत सी और हमारे पास काउंसलिंग एजेंसीज हैं पाकिस्तान में जो कि ऑलरेडी बहुत मोनेटाइज कर चुके हैं. So much so that when I went to a counseling agency, and I don't have any shame about this because I had no one to guide me, ठीक है. I didn't have anyone to tell me undergrad के लिए तुम ऐसे अप्लाई करो ऐसे करो ऐसे करो. तो I went to this counseling agency in Lahore and I was like, अच्छा, I want to apply for an undergrad. And they're like, oh, हमारे 10 लाख के पैकेज है, हमारे 20 लाख के पैकेज है, आपके FCS रिव्यू होंगे, ये होगा वो होगा. And I was like, अच्छा, 10-20 लाख के packages आपके. So, and then I was like, acha, I might not do this. You know what? Because I don't want to waste money. Because I value money. ठीक है, मैं कोई millionaire नहीं हूँ जो कि who'll be like, oh my God, here you go, 20 lakhs, here you go, 30 lakhs. So I'm not that kind of a person. But the idea behind this was that they ended up saying that you're not gonna get into anything. You know what? And I was like, okay, I'll take that. So, long story short, here I am. But again, nothing big. So, what was I telling you guys? I did a lot of research and during my undergrad, and then I've interviewed with Duke first. So, I knew that I was going to get into Duke after that interview. And that's again because I did a lot of things before my interview. You don't just apply to a university. आपको बहुत research करनी पड़ती है उस university के ऊपर. I've seen a lot of people जो कि actually struggle करते हैं पहले या तो applications के process में because आपका मोटिव सिर्फ ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि आप बाहर जाना चाहते हो, पाकिस्तान से escape करना चाहते हो. And this might sound very privileged coming from a person who's actually sitting in the States, and I feel guilty about it as well. I'm sorry, I do feel guilty about it. Okay, hey, I'm here because a lot of the people did comment something like, oh my God, you're sitting in the States and oh, you have the facilities, and that's the reason why you were able to get into that shit. But no, I do realize that I have worked hard for it. Okay? I was in a position where I didn't have anyone to tell me कि ऐसे apply करो. My family में no one has done a PhD. Yeah, my mom's a doctor, but also Pakistan, nothing can like translate to anything that she would know. Okay? So, and I'm the eldest of my siblings. So no one knew back at my home कि भाई apply भी कैसे करना है. The only thing I do know is that my dad was pretty much like कि Hamayl, just apply. Just go abroad. You need to do this. You know what? You need to get higher ed. Because let's agree that Pakistan mein waqai we don't have a lot of research, which is also the reason why I'm making my own research lab in Pakistan, in Lahore. And inshallah, you all need to make dua for this, but I hope one day I can actually recruit students and actually pay them to work in my lab. You know what? So that they can gain experience. Because I'm not sure. Tell me, okay, can y'all comment in the chat, what does the research experience look like in Pakistan? Like, kitni research opportunities hain? Because PhD ke liye, you need research. I'm not saying you need publications. I'm saying you need shit tons of research experience. So here's how it looks like. And while I'm talking about this, just tell me in the conversation, okay, based on your like market analysis, that's probably a wrong word, but based on आपकी जो analysis है on अच्छा इतनी research चाहिए पाकिस्तान में क्या opportunity है, you all need to tell me कि कितनी opportunities हैं. Like, do you think you have avenues to do actually get that experience to be able to apply for a PhD or something like that? So in the meanwhile, so just text that on the chat. But also, let's talk more about, so when I was talking about research experience, मैंने अपने undergrad के अंदर काफी research की. By the way, it was not paid. A lot of it was not paid for. A lot of nothing. I didn't get paid for doing research at DePaul. So I was just doing it Yeah, after NUST. So like NUST does not give you like a research lab, like there are no professors doing research, or are there any other like PU or UL? Hmm. Exactly. So that's the thing. We don't even have opportunities to build our resume, जहाँ पे हम लोग मार खा जाते हैं. Which is the reason why आपको मैं surprise आप लोग surprise हो जाएंगे when I tell you like मेरा research experience कितना था, but also like मेरे पास publications कितनी थी. I had 0 publications when I applied to my PhD program at Duke. So this is what reassures me that you don't need to be like a scholar or something before even applying to a PhD program. Because पहले होता था PhD programs के लिए you had to do research in the US, और ये मैं US की बात कर रही हूँ. I mean even my fellows here, like जो मेरे साथ काम कर रहे हैं ना लोग PhD के अंदर, they have families, they have children, and they're like they've been through like the industry process, and then they decide to do a PhD. So I did look pretty stupid puri lab ke andar, because I was like chaotic and I was the youngest one on probably all most of the tables, I'd say, because yahan pe people don't like really go for a PhD right after the undergrad. So that was not a normal track, and I imposter syndrome ki to aap log baat hi na kare, because oh my god, imposter syndrome was real, because you feel like, oh my god, you don't belong or something like that. Anyways, so long story short, again, I don't think you need to be an Einstein or you need to be a great scientist to apply to a PhD program. It's a pretty specific and pretty simple process. You just need to know the process, I think. अगर आपका मकसद ये कि आप सिर्फ पाकिस्तान से निकलना चाहते हैं, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna like आपकी आगे की जिंदगी, because it's not easy. But अगर आपका मकसद actually research करना है या actually higher ed achieve करना है, I'm here to support you. Okay? My LinkedIn, my Instagram, both of them got logged out because I was actually trying to answer people, because I felt like अगर कोई भी इंसान मेरे DM में आता था ना या आती थी, वो कहती थी कि मैं बैचलर्स कर रही हूँ या मैं कर रही हूँ, I need guidance. I was like, damn man, I need to reply. And that resulted in my accounts getting suspended because it was so overwhelming. So then I realized okay, we need to have a systemic way of how to actually guide each other. Okay? Because I feel like I'm learning from y'all. मुझे बहुत से लोगों से मैं पता नहीं क्या क्या कुछ सीखा अभी recently through past 4 days that you have no idea. Anyways, so to to basically summarize, अभी तक के लिए like मैं क्या कहना चाह रही हूँ, it's mostly like you need to have the right inspiration to be able to apply and get through this journey. Because आप लोगों को भी लगेगा कि oh my god, like मैंने admission ले लिया, I'm great, but even surviving a PhD program is not like the easy part. यहाँ पे आपको वो they really get the most out of you and you have to work your ass off. I cannot remember the last weekend I took an off. On Sunday, I'm literally getting ready to go to my lab because although I've graduated, but the therapy that I made. So I feel like a lot of the people don't even understand, or हमारा जो social media ना वो हर चीज को बहुत different तरीके से present कर देता है. So the therapy that I was working on, so I made a therapy in at Duke, or हुआ ये कि it actually reverses Duchenne. So for all of those who don't know what Duchenne is, it's a muscle disorder. It's a muscle dystrophy where your muscles just give up and children die. It's a genetic disorder and children die. And I was talking to someone in the non-profit yesterday, और उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि पाकिस्तान में कैसे even steroids भी available नहीं है. Steroids is like the bare minimum जो कि आप एक patient को दे सकते हो. To just let them, इस जैसे कहते हैं ना कि आप like you're already going through that pain, but to just minimize the pain, like imagine you not being able to breathe. And then मैं बहुत ज़्यादा volunteer work करती हूँ Duke में, because I'm also like trying to get into the medical track now, because यहाँ पे मेरी aspiration है to be a surgeon scientist. So I don't know if this track is something that's available Pakistan में. And again, we need to make these things available. We need to make research available. And again, it's baby steps. एक इंसान कुछ नहीं कर सकता, but I see like probably 100 people. Exactly, period. Thanks, Liba. So here's the thing. एक बंदा कुछ नहीं कर सकता, but there's like probably 100 people sitting here in this webinar. We all can do a lot though. So if I work with you guys to get into a PhD program, you need to work with 100 more people to get into a PhD program and do great research. सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं बाहर जाना कि हम पाकिस्तान से escape हो जाएं और हम पाकिस्तान से जान छुड़वा लें और हमें facilities मिल जाएं. मेरा अभी भी goal यही है कि मैं the moment, so this therapy that I made these live cells that go and they eat up the scar tissue आपकी body के अंदर. The goal is इस therapy को पाकिस्तान में वापस कैसे लेके आना है. Now we all know to work in Pakistan, it's another thing because हमारे पास proper channels available नहीं है, ठीक है? And I acknowledge that. But am I going to stop? No, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to work with non-profits and all that. And I'm going to make my own non-profit and bring treatments back into Pakistan. Because so here's the thing. The cancer that my grandmother died from, Alanko, may Allah like bless her with high ranks in Jannah, just cancer, so she passed away. Just a second. What about if I want to apply to master's? Do we still need? No. So even for a master's, you don't need a lot of research, and even for a PhD, you don't need a lot of research. You just need to. So let me get to this after this. Let me answer your question, Miru. So here's the thing: the cancer that my grandmother passed away from, uska treatment was available at Duke. मसला क्या हुआ? पाकिस्तान में पता नहीं था. There's like cell therapy that literally gets rid of that cancer. It's called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So this is like the gap that exists between third world countries and then countries like the States or Europe or all these other countries. Is it cheap? No. Is Pakistan like better in healthcare? I would not say it's better in healthcare. Can you get healthcare in Pakistan? Absolutely. Because मैं अगर यहाँ पे एक डॉक्टर का विजिट करने जाती हूँ ना, to even like for the most basic, let's talk about iron. For instance, मुझे अपना iron का check करवाना है level. I'm iron deficit. They're probably going to charge me like $400 to $500 for like one visit, one blood test. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Though I love my country, first of all, and we're all going to promise we're going to work for this country, even if we go abroad. Are we solid on that? Questions? कि नहीं भाई, नहीं करना. Okay. I hate the part that we all have our cameras off. I hate that part, but that's also understandable because I feel like it's pretty late for you guys. Anyways, look, next question ये है कि apply कैसे करना होता है? There you go, girl. There you go. That's the kind of energy that I was looking forward to, by the way. Anyways, okay. So, next question ये कि apply कैसे करना होता है? How to find the right program? Google, literally Google. जो आपको counselors बताते हैं ना कि ये हमारे पास list of packages already पड़े हुए हैं, इनको आप खरीद सकते हैं. 2 लाख में हमारे पास ये university इतनी scholarship दे रही है. That's bullshit. आपकी हर PhD, आपके हर मास्टर्स का प्रोग्राम आपके पास ऑनलाइन पड़ा हुआ है. आपने क्या करना है? सिर्फ गूगल पे सर्च करना है. आपको रिसर्च में, so a lot of the people that ask me, आप मुझे गाइड करें मैं कौन सा करियर pathway चूज करूं. And I was like, bro, choose what you like. Because मैं आपको कह दूंगी आप material sciences चूज कर लें. Would you want to do that for the rest of your life though, if you're not interested in that? So that's a very crazy question. Also, it's hard to find कि हमें interest किस चीज में है, किस चीज में नहीं है, because you need to explore again something जो कि हम लोग focus नहीं करते, because हमें एक ना race में डाल दिया है. तुम bachelor's करो science में, तुम master's करो science में, तुम doctor बन जाओ, whatever. But I feel like the best potential आपका जहां बाहर आता है वो वहां पे आता है जब आप किसी चीज को actually पसंद करते हो. Can you actually do that thing till 12 in the night? If yes, then do it. And you're going to probably do something great in it. Okay? So, find something, let alone you don't have to research or do an internship, which is a very common thing in the US कि आप internship करते हो चीज़ों में, आप shadow करते हो उन चीज़ों को, just to be able to find कि आपको उसमें interest है कि नहीं. हम लोग इतने privileged नहीं हैं. Let's be honest. हमारे पास इतना time नहीं है waste करने के लिए. हमारे लड़कियों के लिए शादियों की क्लॉक टिक कर रही है, लड़कों के लिए इस्टेब्लिश होने की क्लॉक टिक कर रही है, बहुत सी क्लॉक्स हैं पाकिस्तान में जो टिक कर रही होती हैं, राइट? So what we need to do is see what actually interests us, at the least, and then try to find opportunities online for it. For instance, so I have a curated list, which I'm not going to sell you all for like 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. You get what I'm saying? But I have a curated list. Just get there. At least there were schools that interested me. Okay, so what you do is go to that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this super candid. So let me open my Google आप लोगों के साथ यहाँ बैठ के. So y'all see what actually is the process. Because I don't want to make it hard for you all. जो भी आपको जाके बताते हैं ना कि ओ भाई इस पैकेज के साथ ऐसे कर लो. Don't even see that person next time. So let me set my Google up in a second and I'll show you कि actually programs ढूंढना कैसे होता है. So it's not like that big of a deal. Okay. So let me share my Google screen here. Can you all see my Google?
Yes, ma'am.
Sounds good. All right. For instance, let's think about as if हम interested हैं इस time पे किस subject में. Let's pick cybersecurity. (2026) So all of these ये जो sponsored results आते हैं ना आपने इनको छोड़ देना है. ठीक है? So top 25 programs. I'm going to skip all of this. Here, Carnegie Mellon University. Because Carnegie is really good. Can you see मैं already website पे आ गई हूँ Carnegie Mellon University के. I have the graduate program की list यहाँ पे. So there's these master's program जो कि offer कर रहे हैं. Masters are mostly paid in the US. And again, paid in the US. Let me tell you more about banks जो कि actually पाकिस्तान में आपको support करते हैं, institutes जो कि आपको support करते हैं to get a fully funded master's programs. So here you go. ये लें जी. पहला PhD program आ गया computer science में. फिर आया electrical. फिर आया engineering and public policy में. Hey. And now I can't get rid of this stuff. Okay, let me see. So they're actually open right now. You see? And then they tell you more about the programs and then they take you to the faculty. This is the affiliated faculty. Now what I'm going to do is actually look at them. कर क्या रहे हैं भाई ये? अच्छा जी. Focuses on research at the intersection of hardware and software. And this is the most candid thing that I could ever do. Why? Because I don't know shit about it. तो मैं जैसे जैसे पढ़ रही हूँ ना मैं भी already explore कर रही हूँ आप लोगों के साथ बैठ के यहाँ पे. So core faculty इनकी ये है. And then how to apply. So this is the deadline. And these are all the freaking programs. So they have different campuses. Anyways, can you guys see how simple that was to like go to a PhD application? And then I don't think we have the time today, but I feel like हमारे लिए जो चीजें मुश्किल कर दी गई है ना वो बहुत simple है हमारे लिए बहुत simple है. And I'm gonna bet like 100% this program is free and they're actually gonna pay you. Here's the big deal. पाकिस्तान में ना हमें हर चीज क्योंकि लोग हमारे पास ना अपना ब्रेन नहीं है. हम चाहते हैं कि हमें कोई प्लेट में ला के चीज पकड़ा दे और बस हम उसको खा लें. But that's not the way. हर चीज के लिए मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. और जब हम वो प्लेट वाली आइडियोलॉजी चाहते हैं ना उसके अंदर पता है क्या होता है लोग हमारा फायदा उठा लेते हैं. लोग हमारे लिए उन चीजों को और कॉम्प्लिकेट कर देते हैं. A lot of the programs are free. Let me tell you about my own program. So let me share my own program, the one that I got into. So before I share my screen, I want to say one last thing though. I feel like, again, based off on that same thing, we've made things so complicated in Pakistan and so unachievable that at the end of the day, we start hating the system. But there's no system in Pakistan. We all know that, and we all are going to acknowledge that. Why? Because this young generation that's sitting right in front of me is going to build a system. Okay? Yes, it does. GPA does matter. So if you're thinking they're going to try to get into a good program with the 2 GPA out of 3 or 4, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. Okay? So, and then there's again a solution for that. Because does your life end after that? No, because life happens and we all get bad GPAs. Then there are ways to fix that. There's ways to compromise, or like there are ways to over compromise for that lost GPA. So there's no one's going to tell you that this is the end of the road. Okay? But what I want you all to really understand, and again, I don't want to monetize anything. And I want you all to go away from the agencies that are actually monetizing stuff. Because a lot of the people reached out to me and they were like, Hamayl, would you like to collaborate with our agency? We'd love to have you on board. And I was like, no, bro, I'm not doing that. You know why? Because मैं किसी एजेंसी को आप लोगों से पैसे एक्सटॉर्ट करने नहीं दे सकती. ठीक है? When all the information is available online. All you need to do is sit down. Laptop pakro. Laptop nahi hai? Come to me. I promise I'll find resources for you. And I'm promising you all that. Okay? Because what I want is these 100 people to sit down and build a system for the upcoming generation. Because if we do that, the further generation won't have to go through what we all did. Okay? So what let me tell you more about my PhD journey, which is more about Duke used to pay me actually approximately 10 to 12 lakhs per month. Or maybe housing was free. By the way, I did not spend a single penny on my housing or my food. Like, मेरे पास food points होते थे Duke के through, and I used to eat at Duke. Duke gave me an entire apartment, and I stayed in that throughout these 3 years. I didn't spend a single penny. In fact, I used to get a stipend. And in order for me to share that, I think we need more time, because it's actually, there's like ways that you are going to be able to do that. एकदम से बैठे बैठे नहीं हो जाता. ड्यूक आपको कहेगा आ जाओ, ये भी ले लो, वो भी ले लो. No, you need to know how to sell yourself. ठीक है? Let me share you more about my program. So मैंने apply किया. So if you all are interested, I can actually connect you all with that too. But I know कि हमारे यहाँ पे interests are really diverse. So I'm going to try to make it more generic. But again, let me share my screen. Okay. PhD direct from bachelor's. Yes, 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 that's what I did. Please, if you don't want to do a master's, if you're really interested in research, go for it. But for that, you actually need to like PhD. You actually need to want to do research as well. ठीक है, मैंने ये किया था, that's how I just graduated. So you don't need a master's, at least in the US, for a PhD. And I took that route. I'll help you guys there. Ali, that's low-key the spirit. You know what? That's low-key the spirit. Okay, anyways. I'm trying to share my screen again. Acha. Cell and molecular biology. Duke. Application info. Application instructions. Applicants must hold either a bachelor's degree or its equivalent from a regionally accredited institute. That's it. आपने requirement देखी? That's it. So all the shit comments online, and low-key, that was kind of heartbreaking, but that's okay. It was a degree. If the degree has been granted by an institution out of the US, it must be accredited by the government education body of the country. So all the universities like LUMS, LSE, GCU, PU, and these are the universities that I'm aware of, but I'm sure बाकी जितने भी जो universities हैं, they're accredited by Pakistan. जो हैं, you can check online again. ठीक है? Review the application requirements. So, transcripts, letters of recommendation. Again, here's the thing. Every topic यहाँ पे, just a transcript. Letter of recommendation. Are you going to go to any professor for a letter of recommendation? No, you're not going to go to any professor for a letter of recommendation. There's a process. आप कैसे letter of recommendation मांगते हो और मांगने से पहले you need to know कि इंसान जो है वो actually like आपको जानता भी है कि नहीं. You cannot go to anyone and be like अपने प्रोफेसर के साथ जिसके साथ आपका कोई रिलेशनशिप भी नहीं है and be like hey मुझे लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन लिख के दे दो and then they're gonna be like लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन श्योर आप मुझे लिख के दे दो मैं आपको वापस लिख के दे देता हूँ. A very common thing in Pakistan. And I feel like वहां से आपको पता होना चाहिए कि that letter of recommendation is not going to do anything. Because you cannot speak for yourself. Someone else needs to speak for yourself. Or how there are routes where you can fake your own letter of recommendation and all that. Um, I'm not going to recommend you that route because I've never been through that route. And again, honesty is something. So I'd say there's always ways to build that route. ठीक है? Build a good letter of recommendation. Sorry. So anyways, again, कैसे build किए? Professor के साथ कैसे मैंने रातों को बैठी? How did I work with them? और मैंने क्या contribute किया in order for them to actually see me though? क्या मैं सिर्फ उनके साथ क्लास में बैठती थी? नहीं. We used to go out for coffees. I used to actually help मेरे एक professor को with cleaning his zebrafish tanks, you know what? And he was from Harvard and he was doing zebrafish research in DePaul. That's where I did my undergrad from. और वहाँ पे I used to help him clean his zebrafish के tanks which had basically fish shit in them. और मैं Saturdays को बैठ के वो करती थी अपने professor के साथ. So that's how I got an opportunity to tell him who I am. We sat down, we got to know each other. And that is how basically he was able to get to know me. And then he was able to write a marvelous letter of recommendation for me. So that's how that goes. So again, हर चीज एक नया topic है. Low key, like this is what it takes. Like जैसे जैसे मैं लोगों से बात करती जाती हूँ ना, होता ये है कि मुझे basically पता चलता रहता है कि अच्छा this is something that I need to talk about as well. Because मुझे किसी ने नहीं ये चीज बताई थी. This is something that I need to talk about as well. Because Pakistan में चीज किसी को भी नहीं बताई जाती. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Um, because I feel like I really want you all to get an opportunity to also like talk. And iske baad se, I'm not gonna actually take chat me questions. I want you all to speak up. So whoever raises their hand, I'm gonna call out your name and you're gonna have to speak up and then I'm gonna answer your questions because I'm tired. Okay, sounds good. And then I'm gonna leave the last 5 minutes to be able to close this session. Because yeah, we need to do that too because mujhe lab bhi jana hai. Yeah. Okay, so questions. Whoever raises their hand, I'm gonna let them unmute themselves and like, okay, Zain, you go first. Zain, feel free to speak in the chat, in the meeting.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम. अच्छा मैम, अभी मैं बैचलर्स का स्टूडेंट हूँ, वो भी मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में. आई एम राइट नाउ इन 6th सेमेस्टर. अब हमारी समर ब्रेक भी होने वाली है और मेरे पास अगला भी पूरा साल पड़ा है और मैं डायरेक्ट मास्टर्स या चलो डायरेक्ट पीएचडी कनाडा में करना चाहता हूँ, वो भी एआई के अंदर. तो मैं अपने इस 1.5 साल को कैसे यूटिलाइज करूँ अपनी इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग पोर्टफोलियो बनाने में कि मुझे ज़रूरत ना पड़े लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशन की या किसी और एक्सटर्नल हेल्प की.
Dekheng, that's a very good spirit to have, Zen. And thank you for your question. It's a great question. I feel like a lot of the people do have that question. When you say external support की जरूरत ना पड़े, I do feel like जब भी अगर for instance अगर आप एक PhD program के director हो ना, तो you would want to hire students जो कि जिनके बारे में लोग भी कह सकें कि हाँ भाई, जिसको basically हम जब खुद अपने मुंह से अपनी तारीफें करते हैं ना, तो कभी-कभी अगले इंसान को ना शक हो जाता है कि is this even real or not? Did you really do that or not? What I am going to recommend you is what I am going to recommend you is to actually not think of it as if it's like an individualized effort. इस एक साल में या इस जो आपके पास टाइम बचा है ना, उसके अंदर I definitely think you need to build connections ताकि आपके साथ प्रोफेसर्स आपको लेटर ऑफ रिकमेंडेशंस लिख के दे सकें, बिकॉज वो रिक्वायरमेंट है प्रोग्राम की. और आई एम नॉट श्योर, when I say requirement of programs की, I'm talking about the good programs in the US जिनके बाद में अगर आप वीजा भी लेने जाए ना, तो the visa officer is not going to be like rejected, because that's another thing as well. बहुत से जो programs हैं, the programs that just exist for existing, जो कि नाम के programs होते हैं, तो उन programs में घुसने के लिए I cannot say anything, but जो programs actually अच्छे हैं, जो कि actually आपको support करते हैं, जो आपको scholarships provide करते हैं ना, उनके लिए they do require letter of recommendation. What you can do right now is, again, the letter of recommendation just don't have to be from your professor. They can be from anyone who knows you good. जैसे कि अगर आप volunteer work कर रहे हैं, which is also something that is really looked or like screened out in an application, कि भाई कितना आपने volunteer work किया है. आप उस volunteer work के head को कह सकते हैं, bro, would you like to write me a letter of recommendation? जैसे कि मैंने क्या किया था, मैंने लाहौर prisons में काम किया था बहुत ज़्यादा when I was in my undergrad. तो मैं COVID में जब आती थी तो I used to work in the prisons, और वहाँ पे the SP or the director जो भी था ना वहाँ पे उस time पे, he helped me write a letter of he wrote a letter of recommendation for me मेरी medical school की application के लिए यहाँ पे. So that's how you can work. It doesn't have to be कि आपके math के professor ही आपका recommendation लिख सकते हैं. It doesn't work that way. हाँ, they do require sometimes कि आपकी कोई एक faculty का बंदा हो, and I'm sure an accomplished person like you would have like at least one faculty that can vouch for you. In the meanwhile, there's something called writing a research paper without having research. और वो आप बहुत accredited institutes में भी कर सकते हैं. Submit accredited journals में submit कर सकते हैं US में without doing research. उस तरह के research papers भी आप लिख सकते हैं. And again, if I start explaining कि how to write that kind of a research paper, it'll probably take another hour. ठीक है? So I'm probably going to drop something down on my LinkedIn again to tell कि अच्छा भाई review research paper कैसे लिखते हैं, nature में कैसे फेंकते हैं उस research paper को. Get what I'm saying? So these are the things that you can do in the meanwhile. All right. Next question, Habiba.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing so much knowledge with us. My question to you is, from where did you complete your undergrad? And my second question is, do you think that the extracurriculars like debating or model UN, such kind of things will help us like in university building our portfolio for international masters or PhD scholarships like stuff? So please elaborate on it. Thank you.
Of course, that's a great question. And that actually reminds me of like what I used to do during my high school. So first of all, I did my undergrad from DePaul University, Indiana. It was near Chicago. US में मैं again मैंने apply किया था. And that was when I said no to all the counseling agencies. And I was like, no, I don't want to go through like the counseling route and all that. So I got in with like 100% scholarship to DePaul. वहाँ पे मुझे मेरी tuition के लिए pay नहीं करना पड़ा, which was around like I don't even remember because मैंने कहीं pay नहीं किया था उसके लिए. But around $75,000 थी tuition, which makes it like around, I don't know क्या conversion rate चल रहा है आजकल, 37.21, 2 crore के इर्द-गिर्द साल की tuition थी वो जो कि that I got like scholarship for. Or your second question is actually really nice. Extracurriculars, yes. It's very important. So let me share more about many किस तरह के extracurriculars किए to get in, because again, volunteer work or extracurricular is really important. जैसे कि मैंने आपने Model UN का नाम लिया. I actually started the MUN society in my high school. I studied at convent, Sacred Heart Convent जो है लाहौर में, और वहाँ पे उस टाइम पे ऐसा कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं था. और my high school का जो last year था 11 जो O levels का last year होता है, I was so heartbroken because I didn't get into the council, because apparently it was a big thing to be a part of the council. Like आपको sash मिलती थी and you just stood out of the crowd. So I was doing Model UN उस time पे, मैंने MUN शुरू किए, और I had another thing as well. Like there was like parliamentary debates होती थी उस time पे, तो वो भी की मैंने, पूरी society शुरू की. And I was also like a black belt in karate उस time पे. So because I did karate for like 11 years of my life, so I did a lot of that. Anyway, so then the principal saw, it was Sister Martin who used to be like the principal of the high school. And then they actually redid the ceremony because they made a position in the council as the president of debating society. So I feel like आपकी जो debate, okay, So they're doing debates is two different things. एक होता है you do something out of it, और एक होता है you just do debates for the sake of doing debates. Don't do something for the sake of doing it or for the sake of adding it onto the resume. और ये चीज़ ना पाकिस्तानियों को set apart करती है बाकी दुनिया से. हम लोग ना अपने रेज्यूमे में अगर वॉलंटियर वर्क भी कर रहे हैं ना, बहुत से लोग तो वॉलंटियर वर्क करते नहीं हैं, और करते भी हैं ना तो वो सिर्फ इसलिए करते हैं बिकॉज दे वांट टू पुट इट ऑन योर रेज्यूमे. बट दैट इज नॉट हाउ इट शुड बी. अगर आप कोई चीज़ दिल से करो ना, तो मेरा बहुत सिंसियर बिलीफ है वो आपको पे ऑफ करती है. ठीक है. तो अगर आपको किसी वॉलंटियर वर्क में स्पेशली इंटरेस्ट है ना, आप उसमें दिल लगा के जान लगा के वो करो, because that is going to pay you off in terms of on your applications as well. Because Duke asked me मैंने क्या volunteer work किया है, Duke asked me मैंने क्या research work किया है. Duke asks everything, and I'm just talking about Duke, but talk about any other university, Columbia, Stanford, Harvard, talk about them. They're going to ask you, and आप bullshit नहीं कर सकते, because they're going to actually ask about it in your interview. और वहां पे ना आई डोंट नो, बड़े से बड़ा भी लायर होता है ना, बड़े से बड़ा भी जो प्रोफेशनल लायर होता है, आई थिंक दे नो हाउ टू सेट यू अपार्ट. सो दैट्स हाउ दैट गोज. बट definitely set yourself out of the box, because I feel like our thinking is really inside the box. If we keep thinking उस box के अंदर अपने आप को रख के ना, we're never going to be able to get out of it. So I want you all to actually do something that you are interested in from your heart. Because if you do that, that is what's going to actually set you apart. Okay? So the next question. Okay, Habiba, you're done. Okay, Ali Nawaz. Okay, Zahra Ishaq.
Sorry, I
I'm
was.
sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. Participant, please make sure to fill out the form for certificates.
Yeah, if you want a certificate, please fill out the form.
Okay, so okay, thank you for the today's session. मैंने already अपना जो question है वो chat में कर दिया, लेकिन I'm repeating here. मैं 30 plus हूँ और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह I'm earning enough money, और मेरा 6-7 साल का experience भी है AI के अंदर, और papers भी हैं और expertise भी हैं और documentation everything is ready. But I'm very kind of confused कि अगर मैं PhD 3 साल के लिए अपना जो रिसर्च वर्क है सब कुछ करूँ, कि ऑलरेडी मैं इस फेज से गुजर चुका हूँ और कर भी रहा हूँ, स्टूडेंट को हेल्प भी कर रहा हूँ और जो प्रोफेशनल है उसको भी हेल्प कर रहा हूँ. सो मेरा ये कंफ्यूजन है, अगर एक बंदा पीएचडी करता है उसके बाद वो या इंडस्ट्री में जाता है या फिर वो अपना जो एकेडमी में जाता है, ठीक है, और एक बंदा है जो एक बैचलर के बाद या एमएस के बाद जो है ना वो सीधा इंडस्ट्री में जाता है या किसी कंपनी में काम करता है या खुद की कंपनी बनाता है जैसे मैं कर रहा हूँ. सो इज इट क्या ये एक फिजिबल डिसीजन है कि पीएचडी वाली साइड को छोड़ के आप इंडस्ट्री में ही काम करो, अपना स्टार्टअप बनाओ वगैरह, ये सारी चीज़ें? क्योंकि मैं अभी राइटली मैं बहुत ज़्यादा फेल्योर मैंने फील किए हैं, सॉरी फेस किए मैं रिगार्डिंग द पीएचडी. मैंने ऑलरेडी लाइक अराउंड 15 प्लस जो मेरी डन हो चुकी थी पीएचडी, उसके अंदर भी लास्ट स्टेज पे जो है ना फेल्योर आ जाता था कि नो वी आर नॉट पेइंग यू लाइक दिस और दिस. सो थोड़ा सा इस वजह में कंफ्यूज
क्या
हूँ
आ
कि मैं
जाता
क्या
था
करूँ.
लास्ट स्टेज पे, सॉरी?
ये फेल्योर मतलब ऑब्वियसली जो सुपरवाइजर होता था या प्रोफेसर होता था ना, वो ये कहता था मेरे पास लैब में फंड्स नहीं है, या वो कहता था मेरे पास जो है ना एक्स्ट्रा स्टूडेंट्स आ गए मैं आपको नहीं ले सकता, और आपकी प्रोफाइल अच्छी है सब कुछ अच्छा है लेकिन आई एम नॉट इनफ टू सपोर्ट यू इन दैट सेशन. So that's the thing.
So I feel like you have two questions here. Ek, should one even go for a PhD or like building their own company route or industry or professorship? And then you're talking about how to really like talk professors into taking you, right?
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, okay, that's a very thoughtful question. The first one. And I feel like a lot of y'all need to hear the answer to that. मेरे पास भी ये ऑप्शन थी कि मैं क्या करूं, मैं पीएचडी करूं या मैं सीधा बैचलर्स, बिकॉज मैंने बैचलर्स कर लिया था एंड अ कंपनी एक्चुअली ऑफर्ड मी अ पोजीशन इन द रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, in the research and development track, जो R&D जिसे कहते हैं हम लोग यहाँ पे US में, and they pay really nice. They pay you like $130,000 per year, which roughly equates to like, again, I don't know how this math works, but $100,000 कितना बनता है? 3 करोड़, yeah, around 4 करोड़ बन जाता है साल का. That's how much they were willing to pay me, ठीक है? Did I take that? No, I did not take that, especially after my bachelor's. And again, I'm not recommending y'all to do this, but I'm just sharing what I did. ठीक है? Because this is based off of my own experience. मैंने ऐसा क्यों नहीं किया और मेरी पीछे क्या aspiration थी. So what I really believe in is कि आपको ना, I want to create things for my own self. Whenever you work with another company, you create things and they own the patent to it as well. ठीक है? So I was against that route of like actually building something for someone else, because I personally think you should build something for like something that you can own in terms of something that you have the rights to, or so much so कि उसके बाद ना आपके पास इतनी ownership हो at least कि आप उस चीज को अगर आप पाकिस्तान लेके जाना चाहते हो आप लेके जा सको. Because if I build something for Eli Lilly US में, they're not gonna let me take that back to Pakistan. So ये जो मैंने थेरेपी खुद बिल्ड की ड्यूक के साथ बैठ के, मेरे पास उसके पैटेंट राइट्स हैं. ठीक है, मेरा उसके अंदर शेयर होल्डर है, मैं शेयर होल्डर हूँ इक्वल परसेंटेज के साथ अपने प्रोफेसर के. एंड आई एक्चुअली डू हैव द पावर इन मी कि मैं उनको कह सकूँ कि मुझे पाकिस्तान लेके जाना है या मुझे ये चीज साथ लेके जानी है अपने. ठीक है, सो दिस इज व्हाट आई बिलीव. मैंने बैचलर्स के बाद ही क्यों नहीं जॉब की, एंड व्हाई डिड आई डू अ पीएचडी? नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ द टैग, definitely not because of the doctorate. Let me tell you, ये जो word doctorate लेने के लिए जो सिर्फ लोग करते हैं ना PhD, I don't think that's good enough for an inspiration to do something, because मुझे लगता है बड़ी short sighted approach है. मैंने क्यों किया? Because मुझे चीज अट्रैक्ट भी नहीं करती. मैं तो अभी तक अपने नाम के पीछे भी डॉक्टर वगैरह नहीं लिखा, ईमेल वगैरह इधर उधर. I don't freaking care about any of that stuff. Why I did that was because sometimes, and I'm gonna say sometimes, bachelors might give you like the lens to look into, like to actually be a scientist, I'd say. But I actually don't think a bachelor's training can do that unless and until a professor has worked with you one-on-one to actually help you understand how to do research. I don't think bachelor's can do that. But also why I did PhD was because it gave me the insights. मैं अब अगर industry, which I'm not gonna go, I also don't want to do the professorship track. ठीक है, इसलिए I'm trying to find a surgeon scientist track for myself जिसमें मेरे पास खुद ownership हो. I don't want to do the professorship track. I don't want to do the industry track as well. I think industry is way too rigid and they're way too monetized on stuff. वो हर चीज से पैसा कमाना चाहते हैं to monetize their therapies and everything. And that's not who I am. ठीक है? So my goal is, मैंने PhD इसलिए की कि मुझे वो tools मिल सके, मेरे पास वो research करने का process आ सके, मुझे सोचना आ सके. Critical thinking is really important. You cannot learn critical thinking unless or until you're actually thrown into an ocean full of sharks. And that's what happens during a PhD. Okay? So I think that is the reason why I went for a PhD. And then your next question, how to convince professors, I think that's very critical. A lot of the people actually just end up cold emailing professors. It used to work. Let me be honest, it used to work. I did that. And it worked. It worked when I was doing it during my undergrad. Times have changed. Funding cuts हो चुके हैं. Let's acknowledge that. अब लोग एक्चुअली आपको, जब तक उनको पता नहीं है ना कि आपके पास एक्चुअली कोई टैलेंट है या आप एक्चुअली इन्वेस्टेड हो, टैलेंट भी छोड़ो, आप एक्चुअली इन्वेस्टेड हो, या आपने एटलीस्ट 2 घंटे लगा के एक प्रोफेसर का पेपर पढ़ लिया है और उससे एक्चुअली आपका एक क्वेश्चन जो है वो ऑथेंटिक है, चैट जीपीटी जनरेटेड नहीं है, that's when they're going to invest in you. Nowadays, no one just invests in you. There's research there's money shortage and people actually want you to be invested in research. So I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like if there was one thing that I'd like to say to all the people sitting here, that'd be do what your heart really says, and also don't invest into things blind-heartedly. Okay, I want you all to actually contribute to the next generation of Pakistan. And I want you all to actually go back and help maybe 2 other people, just like the way we're helping each other here. Okay? Because that is who we are as a Pakistani. And don't forget your own country. Okay? We all want to get out of Pakistan for the sake of getting out of Pakistan, because we all think getting education in the States or getting education in Europe is actually great because we're not in Pakistan anymore. And we're going to be like, yes, we're out, we're superior. But don't forget that you actually do belong to this country. And we're the ones who are going to actually change the system for this country and actually contribute to an improved education system and an improved niche. Okay? And that's my takeaway message from all of this. And inshallah, I do have my LinkedIn open. As I mentioned earlier, I don't try to ghost people because I really want to give back to everyone. So I try to find this, like I'm making this guide. It's in the process. I'm going to be dropping it every Monday. I hope it helps y'all because बहुत सी चीजें जो मैंने, and I'm sorry I couldn't take all the questions. And I wasn't that prepared for this talk as well. I'm literally on my way to the lab, but I hope this helps. Okay. And my only, and I promise, like if you send me questions, I'll try to get back to them as soon as possible without getting my LinkedIn suspended. Okay. And if there's, again, if I can do it, y'all can do it. And y'all can do actually much better because I didn't do anything. It was just getting 1 degree or like it was anything big. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know why people hyped up. ठीक है मुझे नहीं पता क्यों लोगों ने इतना Instagram पे hype up किए चीजों को ये वो. I don't know about that because it's not that big of a deal to get a PhD. It's not that big of a deal. If someone comes to me and they're like, I broke the barriers in my house and that's how I got a PhD, I'd be like, at a girl, I'm proud of you. Okay? So we all are going to go back and actually look at what we're interested in and then reach out to me. And I'd love to get back to your questions. Again, don't ask me the questions that I'm already trying to answer in my guide because I'm one human being and I'll try to get back to all of you. Sounds good? Great. Thank you so much. Pakistan's in the butt. Okay?
Thank you so much, Dr. Hamayl. On behalf of Scholar Bit Society, thank you so much for sharing your inspiring journey and valuable insights with us. And as we conclude today's webinar, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our speaker and a sincere thank you to all the participants for joining us and making this session interactive and successful. Special appreciation goes to entire Scholar Bit Society team and all our chapters across Pakistan for their dedication to creating opportunities that empower students through knowledge, mentorship, and global exposure. And we hope today's webinar inspire you to dream big, work hard, and believe that global opportunities are within your reach. And thank you so much for being with us. Jazakallah. Thank you, ma'am.
Are y'all going to promise me that y'all are going to do at least help one other person today or this week? Because that's how we're going to bring the change. Okay? Just go help one other person. Even if it's like अगर कोई secondary में बच्चा struggle कर रहा है ना, आप उसको help करें जाके और उसको बताएं कि देखो grades don't matter. What matters is तुम्हारी ambition क्या है. ठीक है? Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna peace out.